Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna open up this package, show you guys what I picked up this past month, and then go over a few cards that are on this month's buy list, possible buy list. I try to stay within my budget, $100 to $150 to grow my collection every month, but this past month I kind of blew past that budget of mine. I think I spent over $200 just because I think it was time for me to finally pick up these cards. There's quite a few cards I picked up this month, but the first ones I want to talk about and showcase are these gold cards from Vstar Universe. I got a great deal. I got 4 cards for $140 as a package on eBay, which is much cheaper than English. All 4 cards will cost about $218, so $78 in difference. So I saved myself quite a bit of money. But man, to take a second, if you don't already have these cards and you've never seen them in person, you gotta get them because the texture, the pattern, when the light reflects it perfectly, oh, it's amazing. I spent like a good hour just admiring these cards. I was gonna put them in a binder, but I think these are just too good to be put in a binder. Like, I want to walk by, see these on my shelves every day. Yeah, the Giratina one is insane. The Arceus one right now is just amazing to look at. So if you're still on the fence about adding these to your collection, go ahead and add them to your collection because you won't regret it. But just right now, if you buy them in English, it's going to be a lot more than they are in Japanese just because all these cards are very playable. The next few cards I don't have in person, but I have my friend in the States pick it up for me. Overall in the States, I think they just have more of a fair market value compared to what we have in Canada. I find a hard time buying cards at market value in Canada, so I just have either Japanese cards or have my friend pick it up for me in the States. And whenever I visit back, I'll just pick those cards up. So I got this one for $30, which is a great deal because the low was $25. But I'm surprised that this card is shooting up as much as it is because, you know, rainbow cards do well if you're a legendary Pokemon or a very popular Pokemon, but I didn't expect it to be running up now. So I thought all the attention would be on alt arts. Did pick up another rainbow card, new to Vstar from Pokemon Go. This one has been gradually falling ever since release. Kind of flat out since like the fall and over the holiday, then now it's upticking again. So my buddy also picked this one up for $30, or just right above the lows. That's what I like to do when I pick up cards. It's like once it stops going down and it flats out, that's my pickup time. And you know, Rayquaza and Mewtwo, like my favorite legendary Pokemon, so I had to pick those up, and it's just about time for me. I also picked up the alt art Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go. I know a lot of people do not like this card. It's one of the cheapest alt arts. I feel Mewtwo is being disrespected just because people don't like the 3D animation art. But you know, if you're a Pokemon Go player like I was back in the day, I still play it now occasionally. You know, this card just symbolizes a big part of my life at that point when Pokemon Go was a big part of my life. And it's very cheap, you know, it's just going up in value now. It's already been flat for the last 6 months, so now was a good time for me to pick it up. Now, for the cards I'm considering picking up this month, starting out with Miriam. This one's been flat for a long time, around that $25 mark. It really just all depends on if I can find a card at market value. Like I said earlier, sellers in Canada tend to ask for far above market value, and that's what stops me from pulling the trigger on a lot of these cards to add to my collection. But this would be the first trainer card I've ever considered adding to my collection. I think it's a beautiful looking card. Another card from Scarlet and Violet base set that I need to pick up is the Koraidon. Even though Miraidon is my favorite, you gotta have both legendary. It just goes together. And this one's been holding steady around the $10 mark for a long time now. And it doesn't look like Scarlet and Violet's gonna get another reprint because it's been over a year. And the prices are holding very steady at a low price point, so there's no need to reprint this set. Another card I've just been slowly waiting patiently for the price to drop below $10, but I guess it won't go below there. Chi is pretty popular compared to the other two that are below, what, $5, $10. But I know Chien-Pao is very playable, and I got lucky I pulled that one. That is actually my favorite legendary from Scarlet and Violet. So Chi is right after that, and you know, at $16 now, just $2 more, but I don't like the trend that it's reversing, so I'm just gonna pick it up now. Now, another card that I'm not really rushing to pick up, but I think it's at a very fair price. It's reaching a very fair price in my opinion. The Zapdos EX, my personal favorite card from 151. I think this card around $28 to $30. I know it's a few dollars difference, but I feel like that's where it's a fair market value for it. And you know, it's pretty much dipping around that part already, so if I can find one in auction, probably not in Canada, but in the States maybe, and just pick it up later, I think that's a good time for me to pick up this card now. I feel like a reprint will come in the future and this card could drop more, but you never know. I think once you get to a price where I'm comfortable paying for it, I'll just pick it up. Next up is my personal chase card from Paradox Rift, the Iron Valiant. This card at one point was over $50, which was insane considering, you know, Iron Valiant is super new of a Pokemon, and usually new Pokemon do not do very well at all. It was at one point very playable, but I guess right now post rotation is not doing as well. So great opportunity for me to pick it up now. You don't want to have a situation where it becomes like Iron Hands, where it was going down in value, and then once you know, new sets come out and it becomes a very playable, and then the price shoots back up. So you always got to worry about that. And you know, if you price your cards at a range where you're comfortable paying, once once it gets to that range, just pick it up. I think that's how I like to do my cards. Usually it's about 50% drop. I know it's a clear sign for me to pick it up because that's usually a middle ground of where most cards fall to. And then, you know, this card at $25 seems fair just because, you know, it's below Zapdos, below Alakazam, but still above all the illustration rare starters from 151. So for me, pull rates and all that stuff factors into what I price these cards, and at $25 is at the perfect price point for me. Next card I want to pick up is going to be Fuecoco's Evolution line. Since he was my starter, gotta pick up the set. I've been waiting for the price to drop more, but you know, I guess at this point it's low enough. It's not going to break the bank to pick them up now and then they drop a few more dollars. Next ones I think are going to be my honorable mentions. I should consider pick them up, but at the same time, I know there's going to be a reprint down the line for 151 around the holiday season and maybe Black Friday deals for it. So I feel like price could always drop more, but in my eyes, they're at a pretty fair price, right? If you're not nickel and diming like I am, you probably can pick them up and won't regret it. Well guys, that's my list. Let me know what you guys think of it. Any card I didn't mention that you're probably thinking of picking up, let me know in the comments section down below. And you know, the Greninja right there actually is my surprise pick. I'm hoping the price will be low on pre-release or on release weekend. If it's like $30 to $40, I'm just gonna pick it up because that's really where Blastoise, Venusaur is, and Greninja is not as, it should not be as popular as they are, but it could be just as popular, and also it's new, so the demand will be higher. It might be playable too. So that's all those factors. So if I see one around that price range, I'm gonna pick it up now instead of before, you know, people catch on and price goes up way higher, like maybe $60, $70. Well, you guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll catch you guys next time.